Okay, I suppose I lost that one. I was going to. It was a bet with myself to see how long I could go without laughing at the antics, and it turns out I could only go like 10 seconds, which is mildly disappointing. That's both wistful and very beautiful, isn't it? It's a great yes. Well, I mean, sometimes it's more fun when I do it that way, simply because simply because it encourages. Excuse me. What? Okay, I don't know what happened there. That's okay. Blame Google. Uh, this is lovely. Is that an actual path upwards? I don't think I can read that. ここはきこのこうみあのpulau maybe ください. Oh, so this is a local. Oh, I see. This is local garbage pickup, right? So like for because okay, context. We are in the middle of the mountains to the northwest of Tokyo. We're actually north of Mount Fuji, like quite a bit north of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is all the way down, 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 quite far, quite far. But yeah, we are to the north of Tokyo. If we just go in this direction of Koshu, Mount Mario. What is this? Uefuki. Yamanashi. There we go. Chuo. There we go. Oh, yes. So this is I think around here. I can't zoom out anymore, which is just ridiculous. But I want Tokyo. Anyway, the the point is we were at Uenomura, right? And so we got to around Uefuki and Chuoshi, and so that's just to the north of Mount Fuji, right? Yeah. So we were over here. Let's go back to over there. Oh, actually, can't remember exactly where. We were on 299, I know that, but I'm not sure which part of 299. Anyway, the point is, because it's so far, like, the garbage truck is simply not going to drive to everyone's. Oh, hello? I like this mountain road. Okay. Tsuko no. So you're not allowed to go that way. That's fantastic. I wonder what that is. Something bold. So this is definitely an observation tower. Why does it look like a jail? I'm not sure it is a jail. It's 2021 Google, didn't you know? Anyway, no. The point where I was laboriously trying to get to is, yeah, like it makes sense for there to be a centralized garbage collection in that kind of area. Hello. Oh, okay. 全面中止通行災害のため oh, so there was some amount of maybe a mountain like a rock slide something, but because of that nobody was allowed in here, and you can kind of see why, right? Like these walls are quite steep, and so if we were to like in the middle of the winter, this would be a little bit more dangerous. No, no. Okay, just because I talked about. Just because okay, just because I talked about Hanyu Yuzuru does not also isn't that beautiful? That's a very pretty view. How many of you have played like Initial D? Because this is those particular vibes, right? Like all of that era, like the '90s car illegal car modification and racing scene. But anyway, back to the point, which was yes, no, I'm not ignoring it. Don't worry. Just because I talked about Yuzuru Hanyu Yuzuru, does not mean there is some sort. No, you can't. Oh my god. Oh, okay, we're at, let's say, 3 minutes centralized. Garb. See, this is. I don't know. And 6 minutes. No, you may not ship muses. No, that would be wrong. That would be wrong. I realize we're okay. Just because our ages are compatible doesn't mean that you have to ship it, right? Like by that logic, you would ship lots of like very uninteresting. Oh, let's look outside. Beautiful. This is actually genuinely quite beautiful. I wonder how far this is outside Tokyo. I want to guess like a couple 100 kilometers. Because we have to go all the way over there. And then into this. Like, this is the park that's north of Mount Fuji, right? And then we have to go to Ogano Onsen. Wow. Miyamoto House. And then Chichibu. And then, no, that's to Yoshida. So we have to continue go this direction, I think. Yeah, see, there's Saitama. There's Saitama. And then we go down here. And now we are on the outskirts of Tokyo. See, Tokyo International University. And now we're getting into Tokyo Golf Club, whatever, not important. Kempo Field, fantastic. Arakawa, right? And then this is Tokyo proper. Nerima, Nishi-Tokyo-shi, Nakano. Yeah, no, it is quite far. Shibuya, right? And then Minato, right? And so this is really just Chiyoda. So like where the emperor is living, right? So yeah, I think the point is it's quite far away. Like you would make like a trip out of this. Maybe a weekend trip, like if it's for driving pleasure, then yeah, a weekend trip should be fine. Are you? I didn't think you could get in, right? Well, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if the rules have changed, but last time I looked, or last time I heard about it, it was you had to go in with a travel company, and you had to be sort of supervised at all times. What was this? Weekend driving. Yeah, no, this will be fantastic. Actually, I would enjoy this. But yeah, do look it up. Like if you're thinking about going, you should find out. you, you should find out. That's why we pay you. To be fair, yeah, that's fair. I can find out for those that do pay me to find out these things. But for the rest of you, you'll have to find out on your own. I'm not going. It'd be cheating if I told you the answer, right? It is a beautiful road. And the thing is, you don't ever want to drive on these roads at night. Oh, excuse. Hello. Okay. Well, there are no lights, right? So if you're driving on a road like this at night, then you're sort of very much dependent on your car's headlights. And there are definitely wild animals out there. And so I mean, exactly. I wouldn't suggest that you drive. I wouldn't suggest that you drive in the U.S. at night on roads without lights either, right? Like, if you're pre-planning a trip, you should be planning only like 8 hours of driving. Ow, 8 hours of driving anyway. I wonder what this is. That's a delivery truck, obviously, but what this is, no idea. Probably about the Rock. It is cute though, isn't it? Are there people in here? Oh yeah, there's a dude. There's a fella just kind of like hanging out. What was I going to say? Yes. So you want, like, if you're going on a road trip, you want to only plan about 8 hours of driving a day anyway, because any more than that, and the human mind sort of starts breaking down, and you're more likely to make mistakes, right? So a road trip times 8 hours of driving per person max. Any more than that, and really, like, the brain simply doesn't function well enough. So you do want to be very, very careful. Well, if I were to go on a road trip, I would almost definitely be only sleeping in the back, right? Either sleeping or playing on my phone, working on my what the. Oh right, they had to cut out the car itself. That is pretty though, right? And then those ultra high voltage transmission lines, fantastic. Like, look at this Google stitching. Look at that. Oh my god. This is still using stitching technology from 2010. Using technology from before I was in high school. Fucking hell. God damn it, Google. This is what happens when you have a monopoly, right? Like, it just does not care. It just does not care. It doesn't need to use modern technology to stitch images together, because why the hell would you need that? Everyone's gonna use it anyway. Get this 2010 Google stitching. Image stitching. It's true though, right? Like, I do very often talk about monopolies in server, and this is part of the reason. Hello, what do we have here? Oh, this is another road that's been closed. Ah, it just goes backwards. Semenko. I think it says we don't know when it will reopen. Okay, all right. That's fine. It's fine. It's not important. I mean, it's not like we'll make it to oh. Excuse me? Oh, I totally clicked the wrong button. We were over here though, yeah. So this was the road, and they're saying, oh, you should go down here, blah blah blah. So we were just about here. Excellent. Can we just go to a big city? Okay. Why don't we vote on it? Oops. Vote. Yeah. Vote on going to a big city, and then we'll see. And then if there's sufficient desire, can we go to somewhere not Japan for once? How about that? How about we do that? See, the problem is the people who like going to Japan are very enthusiastic about it, and the people who don't care would rather see me suffer. And so and oh, that's nice road etiquette, right? You see, they've sort of like both driven onto the edge, and to let each other pass. And this was actually something that one of you raised before, which was the roads are very narrow. They are. But anyway, right? I should know. What the did we just do? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. You guys do that vote. Let me write down this. We're always. Oh, why are we always? The people who like going to Japan are very enthusiastic, and the people who don't care tend to like seeing me complain, and so therefore also support going to Japan. Which is fine, it's fine. It pays the bills. I can't complain. Okay, so we are going to a big city, but as we've sort of alluded to in the past, nobody gets to choose which city, right? Everything is Musa's choice. So we are going to go to a big city. Let us Hamamatsu. Yes, let's do that. We'll start on the outskirts of Hamamatsu, and we'll follow the road down here. And for those of you who don't know, of course, Hamamatsu is the home of Yamaha, amongst others, but sort of Yamaha is the most famous company that comes out of Hamamatsu. Obviously, there are tons of other. Yeah, Hamamatsu is actually kind of a high tech city, because it is quite. Oh, hello. That's really nice. Like that field and then the river. Actually, can we? Maybe we should go on the other side of the river. Oh, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Like these kinds of like Perry River, or river adjacent, I should say, river adjacent parks are fantastically beautiful. And look at that. I have no idea what those people are doing. I thought it was a family having a picnic. Turns out it's two blokes and, a girl sitting on the other side of the table, desperately not paying attention to them. So no idea what's going on there. I was gonna say one second. Two blokes sitting across the table from a girl who is desperate. But I was gonna say Hamamatsu is actually quite a good tech city for reasons I'm not going to go into. We have, yeah, exactly. You volunteered that information yourself. I'm not going to talk further about it, but but yeah, it's nice. Also, why are these buses? Love that. Oh, please tell me that is actually a Yakult delivery vehicle. Also, is that a fat bloke, or is... I can't tell, but I think that person is just fat. Let's go back and double check. Oh, I guess we can't check. Okay. It does look like the person is leaning back, right? Like, that's a really weird driving position. It might just be the camera. Yes. These are... No, you're right. You're right. It does. The only reason you think that this looks like Tokyo is actually because you don't know the rest of Japan, right? 20 minutes. The only reason you think this looks like Tokyo is because you don't know the rest of. Done. Excellent. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. It's all good. Well, I mean, all good is relative, but yes. Can we go through here? Thank you. So that was the bridge that was crossing the if we turn around, you'll see. That's the bridge. It sort of ramps up over there and then it goes across the river, right? Hilyu. Oh, nice. Flying Dragon Bridge. Nice. That's pleasant. Also note the riverbed and the size of the river, right? We've talked about this before when we were looking at, I think we were at in Shizuoka, where rivers are smaller than they appear for a variety of reasons, and this is one of them. Yeah, or rather, this is one of the rivers that are smaller than it appears. But that doesn't mean the scenery isn't great, right? Can you imagine living here? Oh, fantastic! Of course, that fencing makes me question. Yeah, this doesn't look like a residential zone. No. But here, look at that. Look at that view, right? With that sky, and then there's that mountain. Obviously, you get mountains like this in lots of places, but it's just... It is nice, yes. Okay, first of all, I never claimed that I did not like Japan, right? Like I very much enjoyed, which is why we even were talking about this to begin with. I never claimed that I don't, and I just like many places in the world and would like to go there as well. Yeah, well, could we? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Also, why am I moving so slowly? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Can I move faster, please? Thank you. We're still not in the city? No, but look at how pretty these houses are. Doesn't this make you? Doesn't this like satisfy your weeb desires? Well, we talked about this in the past, right? Like, aside from like big apartment buildings, smaller houses tend to go through a churn rate that is a little bit faster than the rest of the world. In part because they are built using lower lifetime materials, but also because they are again. Also, look at this factory, right? But this is what? This is just wood, lumber. It looks just like a lumber place. Okay, not quite as exciting. What was I saying? Like they are built with a lower lifetime in mind, and that's nice to me, honestly. Like all the so to me, all of the problems that are inherent in a medium lifetime house being, because all buildings get pushed past, or most buildings get pushed past their maximum lifetime, right? And so I think the problems that are associated with a medium-term lifetime house being pushed further, i.e., let's say a house that's designed for 50 years or 60 years being pushed till 90 years, that is much more expensive than a house that's designed for like 30 years being pushed to 40 to 50 years, right? And so it actually ends up, at least in my view, it actually ends up being cheaper to build for 30 years, use it until it's like 40 to 50, and then replace it than it is to build for 60 to 70 and then use it for 100 years, right? Especially in the middle of a city. Especially in the middle of a city, because you're looking at market differences in material, right? Like a 60-year material is definitely almost triple, quadruple the price of a 30 or 50-year material. And so exactly, and so like over the lifetime of the house, it's definitely cheaper, absolutely. But over the same span, so let's take an arbitrary number of, say, 200 years. Over 200 years, I think building for shorter amounts of time is actually a much better proposition, because technological churn, right? Like we're actually in a very, very heavily churning era, right? Like I've talked about heat pumps actually for the past year, but heat pumps are so much more efficient than all of your central furnaces and air conditioning combined, right? So really, building standalone houses for 30 to 50 years ends up being a lot cheaper than building for let's say 60 to 100 over the long term. Install heat pumps, you cowards. Especially in the let's say not in the far north, but as heat pumps work even under negative temperature conditions. Like when below freezing, right? Heat pumps work. The problem is that they're a little bit more expensive. So, where like in this day and age, I would absolutely suggest everyone basically south of, let's say, Delaware and to the south, or actually just we can make a cutoff at North Carolina. Everyone to the south of that should be installing heat pumps, because it just makes life so much, like you're not only saving energy, you're saving a lot of you're saving both a lot of energy, but you're also making your home more efficient at the same time. Like there is legit no reason to, like you're saving yourself money because you don't have to maintain a really expensive piece of air conditioning, which is air conditioners tend to be really expensive to maintain once they start getting on in ages, and you don't have to maintain a furnace, right? So like you're literally replacing two pieces of heavy appliance with one that costs maybe a little bit less than either an air conditioner or a central furnace. So like it's just like, to me, that math, like the numbers don't lie, right? Like you can't the numbers simply don't. You literally should be doing this. Fine. Okay, also, by the way, Hamamatsu Photonics. This is not something that I know it. Like, I don't know anyone that works here, but it sort of reinforces the idea that Hamamatsu as a city is a little bit more technologically advanced than, excuse me, Google. Come on, Google. A little bit more technologically advanced than some other Japanese cities, and that's perfectly fine. These places definitely benefit from network effects, right? Ooh, look at this. This doesn't look great, does it? This looks like drought. It really does, right? And that is a shame. And you can see the river is just kind of like this smear on the rock. That is pretty tragic. Well, see, see, at the end of the day, my suggestions save money. That's at the end of the day, that's what most of you hire me for, right? So let's be very, very clear about that. At the end of the day, most of you hire me to save money, and here you are ignoring my attempts to help you save money. Well, that's not my fault, right? Like, I can't, if you don't want to be helped, like, you lot, some of you claim to be religious, so you remember that Odadash, right? God helps those who help themselves. So if you don't help yourselves, I can't help you. That's not to say. I was. You know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to. Okay, first of all, no, I did not compare myself to God. Only that the adage means that we. I'll write this down. What time are we? We're at 32. God helps those who help themselves does not mean that Muses is God. Oh, our year one students are too funny. Can you guys? I feel like our year one students. I feel like our year one students have really seen the light of, or really see the appeal of mutually assured destruction, because by having signed the NDA for the year one solo year one class, they are, oh my god, they are going a little bit more crazy than I expected they would originally. I've really seen the benefits of NDAs. And mutually assured destruction. It's almost like you guys are running a cult, right? Like, anyway, I was gonna say God helps us help themselves doesn't mean Muses is God. It only means that to be able to accept help, we must first accept that we need help, right? And this goes back to our conversation yesterday about the meaning of life and the philosophical meaning of life. Philosophical meaning of life. Part of that would be understanding oneself and always growing as a person, right? And so, like, or okay, I shouldn't say we first accept that we need help, we need to change. There we go. Anyway, we are done for the day. It's been 35 minutes. as usual. So I will end it here. The set list is really looking quite long, yes it is. But like, the point isn't for you guys to read the set list as it is now anyway. Right? Like, I'm going to post it up later on, so like you just need to see a couple words there. That's all. Final questions. I'm not going to answer that. You know, you're really lucky that your father can't actually read anything that you say. Not that you know what? It's fine. We're not even gonna bother talking about it. Thank you very. In conclusion, then. No, no, no. There's one question that has been asked that I will address though. What is it? 36 minutes. Will I ever do a private non-VTuber version, or let's say not version, but non-VTuber view of the stream? No. The idea is, of course, I think if I'm understanding this correctly, I have my face here as I am here, facing the public, and then a separate stream to the Discord server that is mostly my actual face via cam, right? And I kind of understand that, given that yes, those people are we're making funny faces at me right now. Those people can see, whereas and so there is a certain degree of fairness question there. But that is not a question that's actually inherent to the server. That is more like, if I were to stream from home, then this would not be an issue, right? So we should instead say that they are lucky that I allow them to. If they keep doing they're lucky that I allow them to. If they keep doing what they're doing, I might just install some like blinds or something to exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Sit there. That's right. Okay. We're done for today. Thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox. Please don't do Chrome, and I shall see all of you tomorrow when we will be doing Minecraft. Yay! Oh my trackball is being a little bit weird, but yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow.